Building. Whether you love it or hate it, building is pretty much unavoidable when playing Minecraft. But surprisingly, this core feature of the game is actually quite a difficult skill to master. Learning how to build professionally can take months or even years, but in this video I'm going to be trying to learn all of the skills it takes to build well in only 3 days. And after that time is up, I'm going to be getting some of the harshest critics, including a certified mapmaker for Minecraft Realms, to review my final build to see if I truly mastered building in only 3 days. But that will be at the end. First, we actually need to learn the skills. Wow, who would have guessed? So let's get right freaking into it, dude! So, let me show you the best thing I can currently create. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, fine. I'd probably say the best thing I've ever built is this. A sort of clubhouse I was planning to build on a survival server before it went bad. But anyway, as you can see, this build is pretty awful. I mean, all things considered, there's no details, it's fully symmetrical and pretty boring. I mean, this whole creative world is just full of either command blocks or trash builds. So yeah, let's change that. As this is only my first day, I'm not going to go too hard on the grind, so let's start our journey with me trying to create a structure with the skills I have right now. So the structure I'm going to be creating throughout this whole challenge is going to be a clock tower, as I've always found them pretty cool, and in every survival server I play in, eventually I will end up building a clock tower as my base. Even over here you can see 3 clock tower designs. So yeah, let's get building. So, this is my current limit. Yeah, I'm gonna need some help. I don't really know where I'm supposed to go or who I'm supposed to talk to, so let's just start taking a look at some tutorials and advice from people who actually know what they're talking about. Alright, here we go. So I'm generally looking out for something along the lines of building tutorial. Alright, I found some actually useful videos now, and I'm guessing this one is a combobulation. What? Combination of all of these, so let's just check this one out. Well, better get the popcorn. Right, future Fliffan here. I'm not just going to steal this guy's full video and call it a reaction, because I mostly just sat there for an hour in silence.
Also, what I've done here, you'll notice is a freaking up to the same level.
But let me tell you what 𝒮𝓗𝒾𝒷𝒾𝒷𝒄 told me about the core aspects of building. So we have 6 sections of building that must be mastered in order to become a good builder, and those are planning, colors, angles, detailing, architecture, and roofing. I'm sure there's more, but for what I'm trying to achieve, I think those will be enough. So now I've taken the whole video into account, let's remake our little clock tower today and start showing it off to a few critics tomorrow. I don't know if it's the redstone I've been snorting, but I think this looks pretty good for my first serious build. Anyway, that's the end of day 1. I've already got a few critics lined up and ready to review my build tomorrow, so let's hope it goes well. Okay, good night. Alright. Before we submit a final design to be reviewed by the actual Realms Mapmaker, let's just show the prototype build to some of the critics I found, and see what they think about my first creation. I'm sure this will go well. Please. So, 𝒮𝓊𝒷𝓾𝒔𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄𝒷𝒄
My grandmother could make something completely better than what this is.
This is an owl man's moment right there.
It's
It's like mid at best.
This is actually really good. I don't know what they were all thinking.
You got a Minecraft for this? Ah! Well, that wasn't quite what I was expecting. Turns out you can't just watch a single video and then become a building god. Right, I only have today and tomorrow to create something bigger and better than this. I mean, I tried quite hard on this build, but realistically it only took me around half an hour to construct, and I wasn't trying my hardest. Maybe it takes, like, time, effort, and practice to be a good builder? I guess I should spend the rest of this day practicing my building skills and then create the final product tomorrow ready to be reviewed. No time to waste, let's do it. Alright, here is my greatest build. It's just amazing, isn't it? Sub so my channel doesn't die again. So it's been around 2 hours and I finally decided what I want my final build to be. It's going to be a sort of mix of a cathedral and a clock tower, similar to my first build, but this time it's going to be incredible. So the third day is when it will all go down. Let's see if I can become a professional builder in 3 days. So on the third day, I got right to building, and let me tell you, this took so long. And as it was all coming together, the doubts started forming in my mind. What if it wasn't as good as I hoped? What if I ran out of time? What if I was just not cut out for building? The pressure was rising as I really wanted to impress the mapmaker with how far I'd come in the 3 days. So I built, and I built, and I built, until... well, that's the last block. Oh my god. There is no way I built that. As the time approached, I got ready to hop into a call with the Realms Mapmaker. And his name is Rizely. Now this guy is the real fucking deal. He has created a ton of incredible maps for Minecraft Realms, and he won't be holding back in his review. So I took a deep breath and called him. Yo, what's up, Rizely?
Hey, Fliffan.
Alright, Rizely, welcome to my creative world. What do you think? What do you think about all these trash builds? Do you think they're trash builds? Do you like them? What do you think?
There's ways to improve it, but there's definitely like creativity flowing, different like ideas and stuff like that.
Okay, but what we're here to look at is my 3 days in building and trying to become a better builder. So,
Alright.
if you follow me over here, let me show you my first build before I actually looked at any tutorials or anything else. Okay, so what do you think of my build before any tutorials?
So it seems like just like a clock tower with like, I want to say a little bit of a church attached to the side of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was
All
going
this
for,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So at least it's like easily identifiable, but there's like a lack of depth and a bit of a simplicity with like the texturing and stuff like that.
True, yeah, I see where you're coming from. So what would you rate it out of 10 so far?
What are we looking at? 10. What's 10 being?
10's like the greatest thing you've ever seen.
Honestly, like a 1.5 or a 2.
A 2 out of 10! Oh my god. Well, I hope my final product will be more close to a 10.
Hopefully.
Well, this is the magical button that will take you to the final product. Alright, Rizely, I guess it's time to press the button. I'm ready when you are.
This will take us to the improved build after, right?
Yep, this will take us to the improved build.
Alright then. I hope we can get like a lot more improvement then.
Yep. Alright, here it is.
This is a lot better and bigger in scale. I like this one a lot compared to the old build. I like how you also like kept like the same concept of like the clock tower and stuff like that. But just like looking at it, it's already like looking like a lot more improved. There are a couple things like the clock tower. You could use like a it's an even middle. If you
Yeah.
have an odd middle, you can use like different like sorts of like texturing blocks as well. I'll send you a picture of a clock tower I made in one of our maps. But you see what I mean by that?
Yeah, I see what you mean. That sounds like a good improvement to it.
I like the little extension over here. You added like a lot more depth to the roof and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I think that's a lot better. But
Thank you, thank
you could
you.
also like use a lot more like with the variety in Minecraft. You should be using a lot of like the different slabs and stuff to have like
Oh
lot more,
yeah,
like,
you're
depth and
right, you're
stuff.
right. Yeah, I didn't really think about that too much.
Overall, this is like a lot better from your old build. Like you can definitely see like a lot more like effort and time and learning went into this one as well.
Yeah.
So
So, what would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 now?
I don't know, scale of 1 to 10, this is definitely better. I'll say you're definitely improving with like the size and stuff like that. I'll say this is like a 5 out of 10 probably.
Okay, I'll take a 5 out of 10. 3 days learning how to be a good builder. I'll take a 2 to a 5. That seems like a pretty good improvement. So, Risley, thank you for joining me in this adventure. Thank you for reviewing my final build and giving it a 5 out of 10. Let's go. And
No worries.
I'll see you later, Risley. I'll see you.
I'll see you. Thanks for having me.
Maybe you'll return in a future video. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe that'll actually be a really nice idea. But have
Yeah,
a good day
maybe.
though.
You too, bro. See you later. So, I think I did pretty well in this project, but building is kind of subjective. So what do you think about the build? Do you think I became a professional builder? Or do you think it takes more than one good build to be a professional builder?